I don't know. I think you'll have to tell me what happened last time.
Wasn't really
no.
paying attention.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
I wasn't playing.
The DM guy was talking, so I was just on my phone the whole time. So last time you guys escaped your taunting of the god with a well choreographed escape plan. Despite that, it wasn't perfect, and it seems to have social repercussions, particularly on the political scale. There was a war declaration from Mazadon on those who stole from him, from his horde. Because, of course, everybody and their wealth in the city is just like, he's basically loaning them his horde. So, yeah.
No one earns anything, apparently.
That's right. Like, you own the gold, but he owns you, so like...
So technically...
so technically...
Vicariously through you, it's his.
Yes. It has happened before where people, like, wearing stuff in with a visit with him, he has them leave it where he's like, oh, that's nice, I'll leave that. Oh, yeah, make that part of my bed. So you have to balance wearing things that are too fancy in front of him and not fancy enough.
Basically, don't wear anything shiny, and you'll be fine.
Well, you have to wear something that's not as shiny as his. It's essentially what it is.
Nothing to
Just
do.
shiny enough.
That's the ticket.
You cannot be out dripped, is what it is. So.
Oh yes. Oh, the vainness of dragons. So, after that, you were recovering when Zebris came in for a visit.
Knocked right on our front door.
Before we actually get to that, though, before we even get to the intro, I wanted to address something a little different. Because several nights ago, Ophelia had a dream. And in that dream, Ophelia could see 12 stars in the night sky, each burning different colors. Each star sends out sparks that illuminate the darkness. You can see as the sparks begin winking out one by one until the star itself fades. On and on until one star remains. The star gives off no sparks, no light. Being alone, it leaves this part of the sky. When you awake from this dream, you recognize it as a strange omen. And while you're not sure what the stars represent, you are sure that the sparks that you saw in the dream represented the sparks that mortals have. And as they die out, so do the stars as well. Until the night is utterly dark. With that said, let's get to our... That's strange. With that said, let's get to our intro. And when the days were counted and divided, the Fae had many seasons, because the fairy courts could not be reconciled. The dragons took their seasons, a breath for their breath, and the gods had their season also. And the year of time was 7 seasons, and the reckoning of days 364. But there was another season that was nothingness, and a day that was not. As you recover from your excursions from the other day, Zebras, you get the announcement from the butler that Zebras is here for a meeting. I will take it away, Fane. I'll let you figure out what you're wanting to do with that. He is waiting in the parlor.
Okay. Look to the rest of the party and I say, well, I was not expecting my patron to come so
Me neither.
in person, so to say. Well,
When was the last time you talked with him?
a couple months ago, right after we settled that payment agreement in Avalier. But
So-
since then,
Is the payment due now? Is what I'm assuming he's here for?
possibly so. Well, we'll see. I looked to the rest of the group, and you're gonna say something? I interrupted you.
Do you want us to come with you, or do you have this?
Well,
Well,
I don't mind. If you want to come, you can come. I won't urge you to come if you don't feel like it.
well, I for one am curious. It's been a while since I've seen the big man himself, so I'll come just for kicks and giggles.
I forget, have I
Gillian?
met him before?
You have. You have indeed.
Oh, before we left, yes.
Well, right before you left.
Okay, I do remember that then.
Right before we left. Well, this also aligns pretty well with letting everybody know what's going on. I know that afterwards we'll need to talk about our goals, so to say, and make sure that we're realigned before we do anything else. But that's neither here or there right now. I have to go and see him. So come if you want to. And I start to head over to the parlor.
So all three of you are going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you walk into the parlor, Zebra says, you've upgraded. I hope this means that you have the money to pay me in advance next time.
I would. How much is my... I need to write that down. My payment. Is it... I'm going to pay it right now, but...
That's a good question. I think after your 3 months payment that you paid in advance, that you were at like 7,000. I don't want to slow us down digging for it, so let's call it 7,000. It was
Perfect,
probably
yeah.
like a couple hundred extra in there, but we won't sweat it.
Okay, cool. I say, yes, I can provide that for you. Well, I can provide all of it for you.
Excellent. It seems Avalier was holding you back. I'm glad you found more fertile soil. And he looks over at Ophelia and says, wow, what a wellspring of divinity. Beautiful.
Hello,
How much for
Zebras.
her? He turns to you, Fane. I can replace your party member with another, and he points to his secretary. She's quite the powerful demoness. She would make a rather magnificent asset. A trade, and I'll pay besides.
No. I don't think she's for sale.
Darn right I'm not.
At any rate, if you're here, this is good. I have a couple of other matters to discuss with you, since I can pay in full my debt.
Yes, I will be happy to accept your payment, but my dear, how about this? I offer you a pact and 50,000 gold a season. besides.
For what?
For you to be my secretary.
Oh. A very tempting offer, Zebris, but I am preoccupied and I have my own thing going.
100,000.
So
200,000.
very tempting, but no thank you, Zebris. I have my hands full. Plus, I am not in want of money. I have money coming from where I am now. So
Very well. He turns to his secretary and says, make note of that. Determine on our own time how much we'll do. And she begins writing notes about...
write that down, write that down!
on the counter, and has already begun scheming. What is your price? If it isn't money, then what is it?
Yeah, Ophelia just rolls her eyes.
Well, no matter. Fane, we have other business to attend to. I am actually not here for payment, although I will be happy to collect. I am here for another purpose. I have heard of some of your exploits, and I think we have a rather interesting opportunity. Excuse me. Do you know what day it is?
Is the DM? This is to the DM. Is the day the day that is not?
It is not today, no.
Okay.
But he says, it is the 48th. The 48th of Winter's Heart. And in 5 days, it shall be Void's Edda. I think that opportunities may open on such a day.
Quite insightful.
Yes. You may have heard rumors, talk, that no one sees gods on Void's Edda. Well, it is more than just rumors. The Day of Darkness is a holiday observed tentatively by mortals, but it could be more. It could be the opportunity for an opening. I want you to retrieve something for me on Void's Edda from the dragon Mazadon.
Meaning that Mazadon will be gone as well on Void Zeta.
Not gone, but he always sleeps.
What is it that you're looking for?
Oh, we can discuss that in a minute. First, let's talk price. You know what you're getting into, and I know what it's worth. Bargain.
Well, what exactly am I getting? Is the big thing that I'd like to know.
You will know in time. Patience, patience, Fane. So.
The last time that I used patience, it didn't lead well. As you know. So.
Oh, I know. In fact, I think I could sweeten the pot for you. In addition to what I want, I know that there are some other valuable things within such a hoard. And, I know that kept within the sleeping chamber of Mazadon, in addition to the object I seek is a couple of scrolls of true resurrection that he keeps on hand, for his own safety. But those would be rather handy, I believe, for bringing back a certain someone that you've lost. There's more than one scroll, so there is some opportunity for you to change your current state of being to something more alive.
So you mean to change my condition in addition to the resurrection of my wife?
You begin to understand what I'm offering. Very astute, Fane. Now, for payment, I offer you 5 more levels of Warlock and 40,000 sapien pieces.
In addition to those, for Mazadon's special item.
Yes. And that is on top of whatever you can claim from Macedon's hoard aside. And he brings in 5 bags of holding. And he says, don't let these get too close to each other. Really, it is not a good time. But you can fill these with as much treasure as you can carry. And he pulls out a 6th one and he says, but this one is for the item I am requesting.
I see. Meaning that you have this other item with you right now. I would drop it in there, and you would get it.
That is correct.
Okay. You see, Fane is definitely heavily considering this for sure. It's a very sweet pot. I look to the rest of the party though, to see what they think.
Well, I'm not opposed to it with proper preparation and time taken to work out all the details. Zebras, do you have any knowledge on, or any particularly valuable knowledge on how we could obtain this item? Because you did mention that Mazadon would be asleep, but other than that, is there anything that we should be aware of?
I have heard that there is a market not unlike ours in Avalier within Corridor. If you seek the help of the black market, I'm sure they know more paths around the city than I do.
Okay. Well then, it'd look like we'd have to do more preparation then, with that in mind. Okay,
You only
so
have 4 days to prepare. So
4
be ready when the
days.
time comes. That is correct. Void Zeta comes quickly.
I see.
So why ask him now?
Why ask now? Why? Part of your exploits. Yes, I know. It was, the, great god Rebellion. But I know who comes to the city with your skill set. I am not fooled by such thin. masks.
So, also Zebras, you're from Avalier, correct?
From Avalier. More like, I live near Avalier.
Well, a current resident, I should say. Speaking of
That sounds-
Brevelian, have you heard anything about the infamous gods since the attack in the city?
Who is it that bears the infamy? Do you speak of Drauga?
No, the self-proclaimed god of love.
Ah, yes. The god you framed. I am assuming, but I am so confident that I am correct. Yes, last I heard he was seeking refuge in the black market. The king seeks to give him sanctuary. However, the king misses much of what goes on in his city. And he has a blind spot where Drauga is concerned.
On the question of Drauga, or rather Voidzetta specifically, do all gods go asleep, or is it only the major ones?
Oh, they do not sleep. They hold up in their citadels and wait for the day to pass.
I see. All gods, or just them?
All that I've ever known.
And what of all the dragons? Or at least the ones in the city?
They will slumber. Voidzetta is a day of much fear and celebration.
Okay. Does that
Come
mean
think
that
of it.
you will also be in your sanctuary?
No. No. Voidzetta is the day that demons abound. It is our time to play. It is our season. I wonder, do you feel afflicted by Voidzetta, Ophelia? Surely you are vulnerable that day.
DM, would I be?
Let's go ahead and roll a fortune roll. Because while I think that it's very likely, let's say you have a chance that being neither fully Fae nor God, you might have some difference.
Some wiggle room.
Yeah, some wiggle room on it. So yeah, go ahead and roll a fortune check.
Just with the d20?
Yep.
Or... Okay. That's a 14.
On Voidzetta, you always feel strange. On that day, you gain a temporary level of exhaustion.
Okay, so
But you are
nothing
not-
major. I just feel like I got a really bad night's sleep.
Exactly. Like, you just feel off that day. You can function, though.
Okay. Then in that case, I will respond with, well, not necessarily. I mean, I feel like I feel kind of cranky. I mean,
I hold I hold off Ophelia from saying anything else. And I say, at any rate, about this, how much time do we have to consider? Not long, I presume, but what's your time?
You can have the bags, the money. However, if you choose not to take the job, then I expect you to pay me back in full, to the penny, what I have given you. So you can take as much time as you'd like. but should you decline to actually carry out the job, then I expect a full refund of my gifts.
I see. Including the levels of Warlock. Or is that upon accepting the job?
No. They will be given in advance. And, yes, I would require those to come back as well. And I will extract them most painfully.
I see.
So you can tentatively accept, and you can choose on the day of. Just know that it'll be without gifts, and it will be painful.
I see. Give us a second. And I look to the rest of the group and I say, come with me. and I'm just going to temporarily extract us out so we can talk about it for a little bit. And then make a decision.
Well, so here's
One
what
moment. He before you step away, he says, I think I know a better place for you to consider. Will you come with me? And he offers his hand to the three of you. He says, go ahead, take my hand, all three of you.
Ophelia will tentatively, but will do so.
All right. I do the same after she follows through.
I follow through also.
In an instant, it seems that you begin sinking within boiling blood. And it is only a terrifying moment, and then everything begins to swirl, and you find yourself transported. You stand in a graveyard before the grave of Fane's wife.
Knew it. You said grave, and I said, "Oh, what? This son of a gun's gonna pull this move."
And he says, "Here, I think, is a rather appropriate place for you to consider your decision." And he steps away.
Ophelia kind of squints as he starts to give us privacy. Sly dog. And
I take a moment and almost as a sense of there's a sense of disassociation as he looks at Noelle's grave and quietly kneels at it.
What does it say on the headstone?
Yeah, is it a headstone or is it a what are those called? Or the larger ones?
A monument?
I'd assume it's a headstone, given maybe Fane's job that they see give. I feel like
That's
he'd be
fair.
able to.
So what does it look like?
It just looks like a headstone that just displays the name of Fane's wife Noelle. It's kind of engraven with some holy with some flavor text and flavor of the Draugian symbols and
Yeah.
and
Kind of divine.
kind of that divine feel and look to it. And
Is there any visage of her on
no,
it?
it just has her name, which just says, "Here lies Noelle,
Beloved mother.
beloved mother."
Beloved wife.
Yeah, beloved mother, beloved wife.
Yeah.
As Fane is kind of staring off towards the headstone, Ophelia just kind of gently puts her hand on his shoulder and kind of waits for him to say something before speaking.
I look to the rest of the party and I say, I want to take it. If I can resurrect Noel, I want to. And if I can, I will. But I can't do it without any of you.
Well, if this is what you want to do, Fane, then I support you. It will help that you'll be getting more warlock levels, so we'll be more capable to handle it. But yeah, it is risky, but I do think that this may be one of your only chances to get what you want. But I will say this, Fane. I know that you still want to kill Drauga. Before you resurrect your wife, I would continue to follow through with that. I still have a really bad feeling about whatever it is that he's doing with the sparks, and I don't think anyone's safe. Even Noelle, even though she's not back yet, she won't be safe until he's gone, or at least taken care of. So I just ask you to consider that when we get the spell scrolls, before we use them, consider that.
Okay. Fane nods and then looks to you, Gillian. And I say, we haven't known each other for too long. And I know that we have things that we need to reveal to each other. If you help me, I swear, as a former paladin and as your friend, I'll be there for you.
So this is your wife, Noelle?
Indeed.
Tell me
I
about
can't do
her.
it without you. She took my heart at a very young age, in a time where I felt like my life was certain, where it was simple. After she gave birth to Liana, she passed away. And it was my quest from then on to not only take care of Liana, but also to bring her back. Which is why I swore an oath to Drauga. But you know how that turned out.
I see.
I died. And through the pact that I've made with Zebras, I'm here now. Like I said, now more than ever, I need this. I need your aid.
Well, Fane, you've helped me a lot after I was basically hunted by my family. You and... That's embarrassing.
Ophelia?
Ophelia.
Really? You're good, you're good. It happens.
You and Ophelia took me in when I didn't really know anything about the outside world, outside the castle walls. So, I'll help you out, Fane. I reach my hand out to kind of put out an agreement that I'm with you.
Like they're grabbing up forearms.
Yeah.
Brothers.
I follow
Manly
through
grass,
and,
clap on the butt.
yeah, exactly.
Good game.
Good game.
You you feel the heft of Fane's grip. You can tell that there's a certain level of earnestness that he's trying to convey, even though he has his helmet on. And afterwards, he says, "Thank you." I look to the grave, and I walk over to it, and I take an old, shattered, or I take a broken part of a blade that I used when I was under the service of Drauga, and I start to create an oath circle, or a magic circle, so to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I say to the grave, as I cut my hand, I say, "Diana, on your name, I swear an oath of vengeance against the one who wronged me, Drauga. And upon your spirit, I seek a blessing and favor from you, that I may complete my quest and cleanse the world of an evil that will soon plague this world." And I cut my hand, and I drip the blood on the circle.
The oath is made. A few moments later, the succubus secretary returns without Drauga. And she says, "Have you made your decision yet?"
We have. We accept.
Excellent. I have been given permission to escort you back when you are ready. You may take your time here in the city, though. I have been permitted to spend my time with the three of you for as long as necessary, should you accept. She stands there, waiting, and watching for your response.
Ophelia is going to turn to Fane, because we're in Avalier right now, right?
We are in Avalier.
That is
she's
correct.
She's going to turn to Fane and say, "Since we're here, we should probably say hi to your daughter, right?"
I look to Ophelia and I say, "Indeed."
I mean, it has been a few months, and I know that and she puts her arm on his forearm and says, "And I know you're very good about writing letters to her and keeping in touch," which is very sweet, by the way. Never told you that. But we really should say hi to her if we are here. I mean, we got a free ride to the city, so we might as well take advantage and catch up, right?
Right. I also would like to say that I looked at the three of you and I say,
Or two.
the two of you, rather, yes, because I do not include the succubus in this one. And I say, I might need help with one other thing before we start this. I'm gonna tell her the truth, but
Are you ready for that?
I'm scared, frankly.
Well, you must be. Otherwise you'd never say that out loud.
I would just like your support.
Of course.
Okay.
The
I tell the
secretary-
succubus.
Yeah, go ahead.
I say, when all is said and done, I'll call upon you here at the, or rather, we'll meet you back here.
She
We
says
won't be
very
needing
well.
any escorting.
She turns to Gillian and says, "Well, you're a pretty young lad, aren't you? Are you sure you don't need an escort?" And she, as she says this, she reaches up and she puts her
Holds his
hand
chin.
on your chin and
Mom?
like is looking at you side to side.
No, I should be good. Fane and Ophelia are a perfect escort.
Oh, I see.
Naughty, naughty. Wait a minute.
I look over to Gillian and I say, let's just move.
So Ophelia like goes over and like whispers in his ear of what she's implying.
As
she's
you
like,
turn
Gillian,
to walk
honey,
away, as you turn to walk away, she does in fact pinch Gillian's butt.
Oh.
Whoa.
She says, "Try not to have too much fun without me," and winks at you.
I think she likes me, guys.
You wouldn't say.
I tend to agree, Gillian.
Let's head back home. Let's see if Liana and Yontai are there today.
Yeah.
As you guys start walking, Ophelia says, "You guys start walking. I'll catch up." She is, as you guys start, I'm assuming you guys start to walk. Ophelia goes back to Noelle's grave, and she casts Druidcraft to have a bunch of flowers kind of spring up from the ground around the grave. And she kind of says, in kind of a hushed tone, "You're a very lucky woman. You have no idea what he's going through to bring you back." And she just kind of nods and goes to rejoin the group.
Excellent. All three of you go ahead and take a point of inspiration.
Ooh, juicy!
Yeah, hex points, baby.
Point, baby.
I get unlucky again.
Did you take the sparks with you? Were they on your person when you were transported here, or are they back at the mansion?
It should be back at. Didn't we hold it on ice?
I thought we gave it to the one lady to like do research
Oh,
on.
that's right. That's right. You guys don't have them. You left them with the inner circle.
Yeah, to keep them safe and to get more information on them.
That's right. I had forgotten. I apologize. Okay.
Which is probably for the best in some ways, because now we're in Drauga's city, so...
In stark contrast to Carador, the city you have grown used to for the last couple of months, there are plenty of thatched roof cottages around, fearful watching the skies for a Trogdor to burninate them. But they should be protected by the nobles of the city, the knights of the city. There are structures that approximate castles. There are marketplaces that are mostly set up under tarps and tents. And as you make your way up towards the part of the city that you'll find your home in, it is a small, quaint, rather, little cottage that you find your daughter staying in with the governess, Yontai. And she, as you arrive, says, "Fane, you've returned. I wasn't expecting you back so soon. And she's out front, hanging up some laundry. And she says, had I known, I would have made sure that everything was ready for you.
No, it's quite all right. We got an opportunity to visit here briefly, so this is.
It was very last minute.
It was extremely last minute, indeed. Is Liana around?
No, she isn't.
I see. Do you know when she'll be back?
Sadly, I don't. I'm sorry, Fane.
What has she been up to these days? She's growing into a very intelligent and sweet young lady, so I'm sure she's got plenty of friends and things to do.
I'm sorry to say, my lady, I don't know. She's taken to disappearing for large amounts of time. I don't know where she goes. She's become rather adept at sneaking out.
Ophelia looks to Fane kind of knowingly. Well, I was hoping that wouldn't be the case. Because I know that the last time we were here, she kind of began to do that sort of thing.
Yep. I am tempted to go after her, but it would seem that the right thing to do, at least in the way that I see it, is to wait. I know what she's doing is her business. And if possible, I would like to meet in a place that's, not non-confrontational. At that rate, do any of you two have anything that you need to do? Otherwise, I might just wait.
Well, I don't have anything in particular to do. How about you, Gillian?
No, neither do I. I don't know the area too well.
That's right. Well, what do you think? I look over to Gillian and I say, if you were sneaking out in the evening, unbeknownst to your parents, how would you want your father to confront that? Your loving father.
Well, there's the first issue.
Well, assuming that your father was loving, the father you wish you had growing up, how would he react?
Well, I don't know, really. I guess if I was to imagine... I think if it was perhaps my uncle. He was kind of my father figure when I was younger. And, well, like I said to you a long time ago, Fane, I guess I just want him to be straight up honest with me,
So wait for her to come back, or to go see her?
I don't think going out and tracking her down would be the best course. I think we should wait, personally.
That's what I thought.
As you say that, Yontai steps out of the cottage, and she says, "There, I've prepared some tea for you all, and I'm off to the marketplace to make sure that we have plenty for dinner." And
Dear Yontai. Yontai, before you go, is there anything I can help with around the house? I'm sure with Liana, right? What's her name? Liana gone, there's plenty to do.
Oh, no, milady, I wouldn't have you doing my chores.
Nonsense. I'm used to working with my hands. I may be a demigod, but I grew up in a cottage very much like this one myself. I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty.
Wow.
Put me to work.
Perhaps you
and
might.
she does a little salute.
Perhaps if you could sing over the garden. It's always so pretty when you leave it.
Very well. I'll see what I can do.
Excellent.
So she wraps her shawl tied around herself, takes her basket, and she leaves to the marketplace. Inside the cottage, on the table, set up next to the sugar, some sliced lemons, and some other things, is a pot of tea and cups laid out for everyone.
I would like to go to Liana's room.
So, as you go to her room, she's actually sharing a room with Yontai. They have the bed set up, one up in the corner of the room, the other near the door. And there they have a chest at the end of each bed with their personal belongings. Otherwise, the room is fairly bare, other than a holy symbol of Drauga, which is hung on the wall.
Okay, I'm gonna take that holy symbol first and break that, and then
Ophelia will take it and cast it into the fireplace.
and then I will start investigating the room. I would
As
actually
you
like
go
to look.
throw it into the fireplace. You see the Eye of Sauron. You're like, oh, Nikin. Over your shoulder, Isildur. No. Sorry, I couldn't resist. It is not that hard. You throw it into the fire, and it gets a little singed. You're gonna have to get the fire a lot hotter to melt it, though.
Ophelia produces flame.
I am going to investigate the room, see if I can find her journal.
The room is fairly bare, but if you want to open up her personal chest, that's where most of her effects will be.
Okay. I would like to see it.
Yeah. You open up her chest, and within the chest are plenty of clothes. She has tucked up under her dresses and her shawls and things, undergarments, and on the other side of the chest, she's tucked those to one side. On the other side, she has more personal effects. There's an old teddy bear that looks like it hasn't left the chest in a while. There is a book. There are several knickknacks that were Noelle's, keepsakes of hers. She has a few dull bits of jewelry. Nothing with any precious metals. There are, in total, 4 books in the dresser. One of them is a rather empty spell book. The other 2 books that you find are educational. One is on mathematics, the other on literature. But there is a 4th nondescript book.
While
You
Fane
crack
is
that
doing
open?
this,
I would like to crack that open.
so
Okay.
really quick, while Fane is looking through Eliana's stuff, after Ophelia cast the symbol into the fire, she brushed her hands off and goes to the table and pours herself a cup of tea and then looks to Gillian. Would you like one as well?
Oh, I suppose.
sugar, lemon.
Lemon.
And she gets the lemon and kind of squeezes it and drops and then puts it to the side. Giving a little stir and gently handing it to Gillian. Not bad tea. So, Gillian, I'm assuming that Fane will probably be okay with this, but I'm gonna give you a little bit of context. So, you remember the last time we were here, right?
Yeah. It was quite awkward.
A little bit. But the last time we were here, we had our escapade in the black market and all that stuff. But one of the evenings we were staying with Liana and Yontai, Fane and I saw Liana sneak out in the night. And as far as I know, this was one of the first times we had really known that she was sneaking out. Sounds like it's become more of a common occurrence as of late. But I followed her in the form of an owl, and it led to a temple of a goddess. Brendan, what was the name of the goddess? She was like a trickster goddess, right?
So actually, it led to a temple, but where Liana had went was a secret tunnel under the temple. So wherever she went, you're not sure who the goddess specifically was.
Okay. So
yeah,
she went to the temple of a goddess, but not in the temple, but rather in a secret chamber or tunnel of some sort. I decided not to follow her because, to be fair, it's not really my business to get too involved in her personal affairs, but I just wanted to make sure that she was safe and to have some idea of where she was going. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to really, or Fane didn't really have time to talk to her about what was going on because we needed to be going. And we were hoping that she was using her better judgment to not get into too much trouble, but it would appear that she's continuing to disappear, and we still have no idea why she's disappearing like this, and I guess now it's starting to become a little concerning, as you would imagine.
Right.
So, let's see. I'm going to see if I have detect magic, really quick. I have that on me.
I have it, by the way.
She'll, in that case, she'll just say, would you mind using a detect magic spell to see if there's anything that's popping up in the house? I'm curious if she's bringing anything strange to the home.
Oh. I mean, I suppose so. And I start casting detect magic.
Okay.
Okay.
Sweet.
You cast detect magic. You can, in fact, detect magic in the home, which is a good time to cut to
Fane.
Fane, because as you move the book, I am going to need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Am I level 5 still?
No.
In this okay. Alright, so I'm at my appropriate paladin levels for this.
Correct, yes. You've sworn your oath, you have the full level 10 status.
Yeah, boy.
Sweet. Alright, that aura is going to come in handy. Wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, easy. That clears. That is going to be a 26.
Ooh, baby.
As the glyph of warding that was placed on the book triggers, you feel the presence of a curse building, but you are able, sensing the magic, you are able to push off the curse before it even takes root.
So I triggered the trap, though, but...
Correct. With that being nullified, as you open the book, it is in fact her journal that she has booby-trapped, yes.
Sneaky girl.
I go,
Clever girl.
as I open the book, I say, "You've been taking your magic lessons seriously."
Indeed.
Okay.
Indeed she has. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Alright. Oh boy, my best skill. Gonna do this and see how it goes. 14, not bad, not bad.
14. Okay.
15 minus 1.
She let's see. Yeah, she writes in her journal, and a lot of it is just day-to-day and feelings for a while, and then those start to fall off. She writes in it less, and then you can see is it transitions to notes for various things that she's working on. And as it transitions into this period, you can see that she starts taking a lot more notes on magic, but a different kind of magic than what she was learning. She had been learning with the spell book wizardry from the school, from the tutor. However, she has abandoned that entirely, it seems, for a different kind of magic. Do you happen to speak Celestial?
Oh boy. I am going to go to my tools and proficiencies here. I do not. So, no.
So, it's not all in Celestial, but as she transitions to this part of the journal, a lot of the notes are on a kind of celestial magic, where she writes partially in common and partially in celestial. And what you glean as best you can with a 14 from notes that you can only partially read is that she is learning various rituals and magics, and has gained divine magic from a god in town.
Better not be Drago.
What's
Well,
that?
It's a goddess, but it can't be.
Well, we don't know if it's a goddess, because there was that chamber under that temple for a goddess, but we don't know if it's that goddess that she's learning the magic from.
Okay, that's fair.
Correct.
And she does have the symbol
however,
of Drago
he
still
is-
over her bed.
He is also right about it being a goddess.
Okay, good.
So as you search for the goddess's name, you find you find the goddess Diana.
Okay.
And who is this goddess again?
She
I had a
is
hunch.
a goddess of wisdom.
Like the Athena equivalent.
Correct.
A major god or a minor god?
Fairly minor.
Okay.
She has
Okay.
kind of a growing cult, though, in the city.
Okay.
Based on these notes, it seems like she takes up residence under the temples of other gods.
Ah, I see.
So, what does Ophelia know about this goddess?
I put the journal back, by the way, after reading through the contents.
I think Ophelia would have to find out about her before making any checks in that regard.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. So Ophelia, after she, so what does
So-
Gillian see, really quick?
Yeah, so I detect magic. Where were we going from there?
Yeah, you detect magic, and then you feel a curse cast in the other room where Fane is.
Okay. Ophelia, I think there's just a curse put on Fane, possibly. And I rush
What?
over to the room. Fane?
Okay.
You good?
Well, it would seem that my daughter has been taking up her studies quite well. And I just kind of gestured to the journal, and I put the journal back where it belongs, and I say, it seems that she's been studying under a goddess, it would seem, or at least being an acolyte to one.
Ophelia immediately grimaces.
Well, the goddess's name is Diana.
Diana.
Any of you happen to know Celestial? Be my guess.
Unfortunately, I don't. I'm not proficient in it now. Actually, I can imagine Ophelia, because she's a wanderer, would have like a Rosetta Stone kind of book
Wait a
for
minute.
different languages.
Wait a minute. I'm a warlock. What am I talking about? I can just comprehend the language.
Oh, do you have the
Yeah.
Eyes of the Pathkeeper?
Yeah. Well, no, I have the comprehend languages spell.
Ah, okay.
That's so funny.
Then-
I didn't even think to cast comprehend languages. That is so funny.
Then you can see that the diagrams and things are for spells, and you are confident that she can cast at least level 5 spells. Or level 4 spells, sorry, level 4 spells.
Level 4 spells?
Dang, girl.
How old is this girl?
Ooh.
She's
I mean,
17.
Oh,
Dang,
I'm
girl.
so proud. Hey, cool.
I'm concerned and proud.
Yeah. You can see the spell control water in there, which is 4th level.
So. Oh, what was I gonna say? So DM, does she know who Diana is?
Yes, now that you've heard the name Diana, go ahead and roll me a religion check.
Religion.
This is a test of our intelligence, which I don't think any of us have. So, this will be fun.
That's a 17. Without any modifiers. I have plus
So-
0.
Yeah, you don't care. You don't care to learn the names of the gods.
No, not really.
But you
Only
have
the
heard of
ones who have
this one.
spited my mother.
You have heard of this one, however. She is a goddess of wisdom, and she is also known as a warrior goddess. And you know that she fights much of her battles with trickery. Those who are a part of her priesthood are trickster domain clerics as a result, though they occasionally can be war domain as well. You also know that she has secret passages that her cultists use. The cult of Diana, despite its secretive nature, has never caused any trouble in the city, which is why they have never been stopped for their activities.
Does Ophelia know anything about the nature of the goddess herself and like what kind of a person she is? Because she has kind of run. She has kind of run in the circle of minor gods because her mom is in a sense a minor god. So
the answer is yes, in the form of an embarrassing story. Because you recall hearing a little bit about her from Bavelian. Yes, on a date with him, he was complaining about how he was rejected by a goddess.
Oh.
Just as a as a marker for how well that date was going. But yeah, you can remember Bavelian making an advance on her and telling you about how beautiful she was.
In front of her? That's
yeah,
crazy.
Not just in front of her, to her.
Youch.
Gee,
She was like,
thanks.
yo. That chick banging, and like she says on a date. That's crazy.
Exactly.
That is crazy.
That's the classiness of Rebellion.
God love
love.
indeed.
The Riz Lord himself.
Can't even get himself a date with another goddess. Man.
Yeah, he can't even date in his own league. Which is crazy. Anyway,
she was rather harsh to him. But you know that he's an unreliable narrator in this regard. Because according to him, she was a wench, to say it nicely.
Oh, a wench.
But you don't trust his report.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Good to know. I'm assuming you relay this.
Yeah.
Okay.
After I do so, I'm gonna say, well, could be worse, I suppose.
I'm not the one to trust any god for the matter, but
Oh, you're talking to me. You know, I'm on that same page with you, Fane. But there could be worse gods for her to be under.
Indeed. Well,
the door opens up, and there is a moment of silence as a caught off guard Leanna looks at the three of you, and she says, "Father, you're back." And she runs over and she jumps up and throws her arms around your neck. And she kicks up her legs, so if you weren't braced for it, you stumble a little bit.
we did put the journal back, right?
Yes, you did. You did.
Yeah,
you specifically said you put it
closed
back.
it all up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we closed it up.
But
Money.
Full disclosure, you didn't replace the glyph of warding, so unless if you know glyph of warding, and curse, you couldn't cover up that somebody moved the journal.
Yeah. Well, she'll find out later. I was gonna say, it's good to see you, and I give her
Return the hug.
a nice hug, and I say, we're only here for just a little bit, and then I have to go, but
we'll be here for the day.
We'll be here for the day.
Oh. Well, it is what it is, I guess. More work for Drauga?
No. Actually. I've been... Well, do you mind shutting that door, Diana? There's
Sure.
a lot to
She-
talk about.
Backs up and closes the door nonchalantly.
I haven't been working for Draga in quite some time, unfortunately.
Oh,
Yes, a lot has happened within the past. How long have I turned for?
I think you're at like 2.5 years or something around that.
For a couple of years now. I unfortunately have gone through quite a bit, including my service to Drauga. It's been essentially terminated by him.
Oh, I
I've-
see. I can't say I'm that surprised.
No.
You have, well, to be frank, acted strangely for some time. I hardly ever see you without the armor on anymore.
You're right. I've been hiding who I am for a while because I've been ashamed of me for quite some time. To explain all that is in detail, you would have to go back to my quest to bring back your mother, my wife. When you were born, and when she passed away, I had sworn to myself to bring her back somehow, and I thought I could do that through Drauga. I
remember that.
unfortunately was betrayed in that by Drauga himself. And that's a lot to take in, daughter, but I want you to understand that betrayal 2 years ago, when I started acting strange, was because of that. And I proceed to take my helmet off. And I say, I wanted to tell you the truth for some time, but to be frank, I'm not quite pleasant with how I look. It turned into this, and I take off the helmet.
How do you take it off? Because this
just-
is kind of a big deal.
I do. I just unlatch the straps, and I begin to take off the visor. And first, I take the visor off, which kind of reveals just part of my face. And you can kind of see a pale, darker skinned man, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
He has red eyes, and he has like a good beard going on right now. And
Can't shave through the helmet.
no. And
Not much of a reason to shave it either if you're not going to take it off.
and as I pull the helmet up, the hair kind of cascades down, and it comes up to like shoulder length here, and it's pretty wavy and curly. So it kind of just turns out to be this bit of a bush. And but then from here, I let my teeth up a little bit to show Liana that I turned into a Dhampir. And I say, because I died at his betrayal, I had no choice but to make another pact with something completely different. Now I'm here.
She sits down hard on the dining room chair, and she says, I knew something strange had happened, but I didn't know you died.
Ophelia is just staring at Fane. She's never seen him without his helmet in the years that they've been traveling together. She's only ever seen like his mouth, and she's like just kind of like kind of speechless. And you should have given me a warning or something. I didn't know you were gonna. Sorry, keep talking. Don't let me interrupt.
She looks up at you and she says, "You should have told me. We've had that symbol up in our house for so long. Why?" What do you mean you made a pact with something else?
I made a pact with...
She looks up at you and she says, "Did you make a pact with a demon?"
I did. It seems that your studies have been good as of late.
Father, I know the demons aren't... Well, I've heard of encounters with demons. They're rarely pleasant.
Well, Liana, you have to understand that when your father died, he was betrayed, and he was very determined not only to still continue to try and bring your mother back, but also now he was on a path of vengeance. And so when he died, the only person who came knocking at his door to give him a second chance was a demon. And being in the mindset that he wasn't going to turn down that offer. He still had his quest, and she looks to Fane. He still had his quest he vowed to fulfill. And I imagine that he also didn't want to leave you alone.
I couldn't leave you alone. I wouldn't. And I was willing to pay that price to see you again. Even if it meant that you couldn't see my face. Or rather, I didn't want you to.
She nods and says, I don't know what to say. I knew something strange had happened. I suspected something, but not this.
Yes. I've been scared to show all of this to you. Not only because of my nature right now, but more importantly, I had to protect you from Drauga. I couldn't let you know because I felt like you would take the same path that I would take.
Vengeance. She says, well, I've been keeping my own secrets. See, I haven't followed Drauga for some time either. I found another god that is more my speed.
Mm-hmm.
I've been visiting her shrines. Maybe you're familiar with Diana?
Well, if we're in complete honesty here, I pull up the chest and take up the book. I must say, I'm quite proud of you.
She considers for a moment as you do this, and she says, "You went through my things."
I did. Your father's quite nosy, I must say.
Which isn't necessarily a good quality, and she kind of elbows him.
I apologize. I couldn't help myself.
You apologize? You've been gone for months. And you were gone for months before that. And you show up here, and you just rifle through my things?
Well, I will... In your father's defense, I don't, necessarily agree with him going through a girl's things. But I will say, the last time we were here, we did notice you snuck out in the night.
Well, my fear, really, at the end of the day, was whether or not you were serving Drauga. That's my fear.
Or maybe a worse god. If there is such a thing.
I had to know whether or not you were, in order to understand what the situation was.
Knowing the god you serve, it's, no longer really a concern. But your father just wanted to make sure that you weren't serving a god that would put you in danger.
Indeed. I'm sorry.
I see. So let me walk through this briefly. You're so concerned for my well-being that you can leave it unchecked for months. But it can't wait for me to get home and to ask me. Yeah, that makes sense. She picks up her books, she stacks them in her hand, and she says, well, I am glad you were so concerned about me. And she kicks the door open and walks out of the house.
Ouch.
And I take a deep breath, and I breathe in and I breathe out. And I say, well, I figured. But it didn't feel right to tell her, or to lie to her any further. All right. I don't know when she'll come back.
Well, she probably won't come back anytime while we're here.
Yeah, I trust that. And I don't know what to do after, but only do what I can. Do you have a pill and a quill and a pen? Or a quill and paper, sorry, because a pen is a quill.
Yeah.
Do you have a quill and paper?
Well, there's probably one in the house, I imagine.
I don't think we have much time left, and I'm gonna try and find her before we leave, but I'd like to write this before we go. Okay.
Yeah, you're able to acquire some pen and paper.
Okay, I write bullet points here for just things to sum up in the letter. One would be to thank her for listening. The second would be to let her know and acknowledge that I have indeed been very absent and that I should have asked. And the third is that if I cannot find her today, I will be back very soon. And I will try to always reach out to her in letters. And that I love her. Those are a few bullet points, but those were like the main three that I wanted to get in there. And to throw in that I'm proud of her as well.
All right.
So the question now is, do you put the helmet back on?
I do. Until Draga sees me. And when it's appropriate.
So before you do, Ophelia is gonna say, "Can you at least shave the beard?"
I like scratch at it a little bit. I take a look at the length, and I know I can hold it by the hand and see it. And I say, "Yes, yes, I can." Yeah, I guess I'll shave and get a little hair, give a little impromptu haircut. It's gonna be very brief. It's just
Yontai walks in while you're shaving, and she drops the basket and says, "Oh my!"
Yeah.
She says, "I know, right? He looks so much better without the beard."
I'm in the middle of cutting my beard.
Well, but like you're like halfway there, so you can like see like the difference.
Well, I'm cutting. Yeah, I'll cut the beard. Why not?
she says, "Fane, is that you?"
Yes.
I guess you better explain at least some of this to her as well.
Indeed, it is. I will go over.
My stars.
I will.
I thought you were hiding some nasty scar or something.
Well, I am. And I show my teeth a little bit.
Scars of being dead.
Yeah, I am. And I show my teeth a little bit. I'm not quite alive.
She seems lost for a minute, and she shakes her head and she says,
I will
"I see
explain
why
it
you
to
don't hang around much no more."
Yeah. Did you see Liana about?
No, I didn't see her. Has she not come back yet?
She has.
Well,
And-
for a little bit anyway.
And the information that I told you is, the information that I'm going to tell you is the exact same that I'm going to tell her, or that I did tell her. And, well, to say the least, she's not happy with me. But regardless, I intend to find her tonight. And if not, then I give her a letter, the Liana's letter, and I say, this is what I would like you to give to her tonight, if possible.
Okay. Make an intelligence check for me. Or a
Straight
fortune
intelligence?
check, your choice.
Yeah, no way. Okay. All right. I mean, 11. But the roll.
You can think of a place she might be.
Oh.
Sometimes when she was upset as a little girl, you could find her in the branches of the oak tree down by the pond.
Okay. I give her the letter anyway.
Mhm.
And as I try to cut the other half of my beard, I say, I actually might know where she might be. But at any rate, listen to the story. And I'm just gonna reveal everything that I've told Liana to Yontai. Yeah, that's what I'll do, and then we'll proceed afterwards, and then we'll see what happens. But I just reveal the story.
Should we tell Yontai where she's been going?
That'll be for her to decide, not mine. Okay. Thoughts with Yontai? Is she like upset? Like, what are we dealing with here?
She shakes her head and says, I don't believe it. I mean, I do believe it, but I can't believe it.
I understand.
Well, I guess I should also... I didn't get a chance to tell Liana this, but part of the nature as to why we began traveling together is in part due to kind of what he is. Did you want to tell her or did you want me to tell her?
You can.
Okay, so, with him being a Dampier and all, part of the curse gives him a hunger for, I guess, DM, is it just like divine, what is that called?
Divine blood or something?
Or essence? What is that? What's the term for that?
For Icar.
Icar. Part of the curse gives him a hunger for Icar that he has to satiate within a certain amount of time, otherwise he may die. Not long after he turned, I had a vision, and the vision brought me to him, and we basically made a deal. We both had a bigger quest that in ways overlapped, and I had the Icar that he needed. So in exchange for his aid and protection, I would supply him with the Icar that he needed. Which is why we've been traveling together. But now it's more than just Icar. Now we're good friends.
Indeed. I couldn't have made this far without her, quite frankly.
You can say that again.
So...
Do you know how many times I've had to get him out of dumb situations that he could have avoided if he just wasn't so reckless? I'll answer that. So many.
I look to the rest of the party and say, I don't have much time, but I think it would be
She nods and says, yes, I'll make dinner here. Go.
Okay. Thank you. And I give Yontai a hug. And I say, thank you for understanding. And then tell her to continue to keep watch over Liana. And then I leave.
Ophelia on her way out will also give Yontai a hug. Ophelia's pretty huggy with people she's familiar with. And so she goes to give her a hug. And take care. And on her way out, she druid crafts the yard and kind of brings it back to life.
No.
Excellent.
Stabby about to give her a hug. Or rather, Gillian coming in.
I give her a wave. I'm not familiar like that.
Bye.
Goodbye, nice lady.
She says, y'all come back for dinner.
Okay.
So, Fane.
It is sunset as you step out of the cottage. And the magnificent castle on the hill casts a shadow down on top of all of you as the sun begins to set. You make your way towards the park with the pond, and as you find it, the branches are so dense on this massive tree that at first you don't see her, but you soon find that she is at the very tip top of the branches. there watching as the moon begins to show in the pool beneath her.
I gesture to the party to wait 1 second, and I'm going to walk up that tree.
You can't walk up
Because
that tree.
I can spider climb.
Cheetah.
I'm going to walk up that tree.
She scoffs as you walk up and says, "You see, being dead comes with some nice perks."
Trust me. I hate this just as much as you do. And I sit by her. And I just wait there a while.
She hucks a rock into the pond, and it makes a.
I thought you were gonna say that she hugged a rock at him.
Just domes
Like,
him.
oh my gosh, Liana!
Roll initiative.
The daughter
No.
boss fight. For real.
Teenage daughters are scary.
She has her books slung over her shoulder, and she says, yeah, actually, it's worth mentioning that she also kept your letters in that chest. I didn't think about it at the time, but she absolutely would have them in there, just a huge stack tied together. And she says, "You know, in many ways, Yontai is the person I've always known as, I guess, Mom. And, I have to say that recently I haven't felt like I knew much more about you, to be honest. And I can see that it's not just my own feelings, but I guess I didn't know everything. Make a charisma persuasion check for me, please.
We'll take those. We'll take those. Okay. So persuasion. Okay, good. That is gonna be a 21.
21.
21.
She says, I may have overreacted. Slightly. I realize that if Drauga is as dangerous as you say, then you might be concerned about such a thing. But, next time my curse will be stronger on the book just to be safe.
This entire time he's kind of like he's just he laughs a little, he grunts a little, just depending on what she's saying, just to show that he's listening. But I say, oh, I hope they'd be. Not for my sake, but for yours. There's a lot of things out in the world that are dangerous out there. I'm proud of you for taking up your studies, quite frankly. I couldn't be more proud of you. And you're right to react the way that you did. I spent those 2 years with that one goal in mind. Well, 2. to resurrect Noel, and also vengeance upon Draugr, and it came at a cost. That in hindsight cost dearly. I'm so sorry.
A curse like that has to be something that can be undone. I can ask Diana. Maybe
Well,
she knows a way.
As you've known, I've been working with my demon patron, and it seems like there is a way. It's a bargain, really. I'm gonna have to be doing something dangerous in the next 4 days. It will allow me to be whole again, possibly. But I will also have the opportunity to... might have the opportunity to resurrect Noel.
You think you can bring Mom back?
True resurrection should.
True resurrection. That's powerful magic.
Indeed. And so that's why, and hence why it's so dangerous.
And your patron is offering that.
Well, I'd have to be getting it. Along with a favor that he has for me along with that. But yes. That would essentially be my reward. He made me this way, and thus he can unmake me this way.
She
But as for
leans
Noel,
over the branch to look at you, and she says, "Take me with you." I can help.
I can't. Not
You
with
mean
what
you
I'm dealing
won't?
with.
And she shoves the branch. Snow topples off of it as she does. She leans back on another and looks up.
Believe me, if we were to go on other adventures together, I would and will take you. But if you want to deal with, well, one of the most dangerous dragons known to all of Mogterra, then even then I can't even say be my guest. So, but I promise you, you want to go on out an adventure? I'll take you.
That's a promise.
Oh, is she asking that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I
She wants
misinterpreted
to make sure
that.
that you're serious about this promise.
Good. I might bequeath her a gift. I'm going to take out my ring of spell storing, and I'll give it to her.
This is a powerful magic item.
I promise.
She tosses it up in the air and catches it. She says, "I want to go on this adventure. And don't forget you promised." And she slides down the tree. and
No!
she says,
I'm
"I'll
taking-
grab my things."
Oh,
No!
Trickster
Dang it.
domain cleric, baby.
Dude, you're gonna die! I have to resurrect you with the other scroll because you can't bring these. Obviously, He's gonna bring back his daughter and his wife if you freaking die, and then he's gonna be a dead guy still.
There's
like-
three. There's 3 resurrection scrolls, so if that does
Okay.
happen, you would still have enough. But-
I would
True.
cuss if I could. All right. I'm assuming she happily runs all the way to go get her things, and I walk down with my head down.
Ophelia sees her running down, and like as she's coming down the tree, she hears her, "I'll go get my things," and she looks to Fane and she says, after she, like Liana runs past her and down the road, why is she getting her things?
Man, Fane, whatever you said to her, she's in a great mood now.
Yeah, she is. She thinks she's coming with us. Is
Oh.
She tricked me into it.
she? Oh, Fane.
Yeah.
Ugh. I mean, I know that for her age, 4th level spells are good. Like, I'm not denying the time and dedication she's put into her spells, but 4th level spells may not be enough to save her from a dragon.
Yeah, I know. This is bad. I understand. I'm freaking
Okay,
out.
well, I know. So, did you actually promise her? Indirectly?
I don't think there's going to be any way to stop her.
Well, if she does have to come, then maybe she can help with a less dangerous part of the plan. I mean, we're going to be talking to...
She says
The inner
this adventure. I don't know how long this adventure is going to be.
Well, okay, well what I'm saying is that we have the inner circle who's going to help us with this, because we know that... I'm not going to say her name, but you know who is going to want to... She's been dying to do the whole,
I know.
horde thing, and so I know she's gonna jump on this, and so maybe there's another part of the plan that Liana can help with that's not going into the horde. We'll talk about this. We'll talk about this later.
Let's go back.
about an hour later, do you go back to the house for dinner at least?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, frick me.
So about an hour later,
That was good.
Yontai is like, well, I'm not leaving you alone, madam. So she insists that where Liana goes, that Yontai goes as well.
Well, Yontai can stay
So
at the
we're
mansion.
leaving the house. Great.
So
It shouldn't be for
yeah.
too long.
Wow.
I will say that it'll be easy to transport all their things if you just push the chests into the bags of holding that you have. Then you can you can basically move almost everything tonight.
Okay.
The only thing that they'll need is beds, but they're living in a shabby cottage with like leaky roofs. You live in a mansion now with tons of money.
Okay,
Yeah.
speaking of leaky
I'm
roofs,
sure that'll be fine.
I have the mending spell. Can I fix their like leaky, sad cottage house?
No, because it's the thatch roof is just like parted, so it's not like broken shingles. It's just
It's
that the
literally
thatch is like degraded, so there's nothing to mend.
It's literally it's straight up just straw and like, yeah.
Yeah, so they're lacking straw on the top of the house.
Yeah.
Okay, well then in that case, I'm going to,
They're gonna MVP cribs here.
no.
MTV
So, well, because we're leaving tonight.
Hit
So
my
I'm gonna,
house.
hey, let me finish. Okay, so we're leaving tonight, and there are thatchers in the area, I'm sure. So I am going to, on our way back, I'm gonna see if we can find like a thatcher, and then I'm gonna pay him to fix it while we're gone.
Excellent.
Okay. All right, let's go back to the graveyard. Frick.
It
Well,
only costs about less than a gold piece. So
Sweet.
toss a coin to your Thatcher.
oh, value plenty.
Okay.
Excellent.
Let's go back to the crib, because she's not. It's either we take her with us or she gets pissed, and yeah, more trouble.
Yeah, if you break your promise now, she's never gonna trust you again.
I know.
As she slides the chest aside, you can see a hidden compartment underneath it where she hides a miniature shrine to Diana, as well as some other things of hers.
Okay. Yeah.
That she pulls out from there, like daggers. She had daggers down there.
Oh, nice. Well, stay strapped or get clapped, as they say. So, so, you know, yeah, she ain't for the streets. So that's how I know for sure. Hey, let's go back to the grave. Guess we're taking the whole family with us, huh?
You return, and
Yep.
and the secretary returns as well. Shortly after you get there, and she says, "Shall we be off?" And she's staring at Gillian. She licks her lips slowly.
I think she's talking to you. And I nudge over to Gillian.
She says, "I still have the night off." As
Well,
she preps the teleportation spell.
Well, I'm quite busy, but you know, let's
She
get
looks
going.
at Fane and Ophelia and says, "I bet."
She's getting her freak on, man.
Ophelia just kind of goes womp.
By the way, my helmet's been on the entire time I've been outside with.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
cool,
assumed.
Cool. Okay, cool. Just double checking. Don't want people to catch funny looks with my with my awesome locks of hair. But anyway,
You transport back to Carador, and when we pick up next, it will be in Carador with the candlestick. No, it'll be the 49th of Winter's Heart, which means you'll have 3 days to prepare before the day that is not.
great. Okay. How am I gonna get her out of this? That's the question.
Figure that out, and we'll talk with the inner circle.
I gotta get her as far away from the action as possible, because this is not gonna go.
What's her class?
She's a cleric.
She is a 10th level character. She has 7 levels in cleric and 3 in trickster. Arcane trickster. So she's
Okay,
trickery
so
domain,
she's-
arcane trickster.
Okay, so she's a spellcaster. We'll probably have multiple parts of the plan that she can contribute to that aren't in the horde.
Oh goody! Now
That is
now she's
definitely
gonna
true.
I gotta
So
find her.
She can be a part of a different section of the plan.
I just gotta find a way to get her out of I can't have her in the inner circle. That's the big thing.
That's what I'm saying. She can stay at the mansion, and then we plan it out, and then we go over the plan with her.
Yeah, she's a 10th level character, which helps. He's on the same level as me. Dang, what a prodigy! What am I?
No, actually, because you are a 15th level character.
I'm a 10th level
Due
character.
to taking the deal, you gain 5 levels of warlock on top of what you have for taking the job.
Oh, I'm level 15 now.
Now.
Oh baby,
Jeez.
that's sexy.
And
All right.
if you didn't want to take that many levels of warlock, you can retrain those later. But that was a part of the deal. In addition to your payment, he offered you warlock.
Oh,
And
baby.
just so you're aware, he offered Ophelia warlock as well.
Yeah, that's what I was getting.
I'm good.
Pay
I'm good.
to become a warlock.
I don't need
Yeah.
to be. I don't need to be attached to a demon. I'll pass. I'm already in the black market, guys.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so good. I have so many invitations now. Oh boy.
I mean, if he wants to trade a couple of dates with me, then And like maybe I'll give him a couple dates. He gives me a couple of levels in Warlock. I'll take it.
He might be a.
I'll allow him to take me on a couple dates.
Allow him. That's crazy.
Thank you so much for joining us for Toss the Dice. We hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you next time.